Hey, it's Bruce from Nature Calls, and I'm actually back at home doing the Fast Fly setup filming of the NatureHIke Cloudup 3. I did a setup when I was up on my last backpacking trip up to Gem Lake. Got some good footage, some okay footage, but let's at least start off here. This is the Cloudup 3 and its Fast Fly. Fantastic tent, really enjoyed it. For a 2 or 3 person tent, this is the Cloudup 3, so a 3 person. It was great, definitely a 2 person luxury tent, and the pricing is excellent. This particular model is the polyester. You can also get it in the sil nylon, which is what I would suggest getting the sil nylon. But this is okay for a starter tent. But let's go up to the mountain and set it up there. It's a beautiful hike. I've got it, gonna have the door facing the lake. I think that's awesome way to orient it. Now it's a hub system pole, so it's all one big huge thing. Of course, poles have got to be all seated really well. Now this is where these are pretty thin poles, so it could be where they're gaining some cost in manufacturing. Got something fast coming over. Has the old little nib, so this would be the back end. You tighten up all the rain fly, and then we stake out this bottom part. Vestibule out. Hill there. I fully recommend always putting all your guy lines out. It just really helps the tent do what it's supposed to do. If you ever get condensation in your tent, I guarantee you can clear most of it if you just guy your tent out. It's kind of an odd spot, but and this is a 3 person tent, so it's got a little bit wider footprint, but most of the camping spots up here are pretty small. So, it's great if you're in 2 person or single tents up here, but just because I wanted to be in this particular spot, this is all it's got. So it's a little bit cattywampus on this location, but you can see they definitely left a lot of ways for the airflow to work in this tent. With all the catenary cuts down below. And we'll see how that runs. I wish they had a little bit of ventilation vents up on the top. That would be a really cool addition, but I know one thing about NatureHIke and what I noticed is that they really listen. They actually are trying to be a better and better tent manufacturer, plus still making it at an affordable price. Now it did come with a footprint too. I'm not a big footprint user, but if I can do fast pitch, I'll do a quick fast pitch. I'll insert it right here. Okay, back at home. It's beautiful weather out, so I can do a quick fast fly setup. The footprint does make it able to do a fast fly, which is really handy. If you want to cut down that weight even more, you can just set up a fast fly, get all the shelter you need, and actually a huge amount of shelter, and I'll show you that when it's all up and done. But if you don't need a bug net, it's a great way to go. And like this time of year, from now until next June, there's no bugs to be really afraid of. And as long as you find a nice flat or convex spot to pitch it, where you're not going to get any pooling, where you don't need a bathtub floor, this is a great option. And one thing that does help out when you do a fast fly is to stake out the corners pretty tight. I mean, it's a nice siliconized footprint. It has all the buckles and things that you'd expect, and a place for the poles. So let's do the fast fly setup, which right now that we've got it all staked out, let's get these poles out again. Remember, these are all the hub system, so it's all one unit. Make sure all these are nicely seated, and basically we set the poles into the grommets on the footprint, just like you would with the tent. Now we just take the rain fly and put it into the clips, just like you would with the tent. It's the front door. Definitely one thing to make sure is that they don't have pockets for this crossbar. They do have reinforcement spots on the rain fly where you do want the crossbar to land. We'll go ahead and tighten all the straps down. Of course, don't get it stuck in there. I like to tighten them all the way down. This starts putting all that structure of the tent poles to work for you. And the last best part is actually to stake out all the guy out points. Definitely want to do that when you do this fast fly, because what it does is it just increases the volume of the inside. Let's do a little walk around so you can see the volume, how this sets up. You definitely want to make sure you get these side tie outs. Once we go inside, you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, real nice. Just looks like it's a regular tent. Got the puppies. Okay, let's open up that front door now. Always try and keep your doors and stuff off the ground so you don't get any grit in those zippers. Now this is easily, real nice spacious room. Inside here, let me climb around in there for you. So now we have this great big, super nice structured tarp. I really love these quick or fast fly setups with tents if they can do it. And this one really is pretty nice. So it can do the fast fly. Let's go back up to the mountain. And if I inserted it, that meant that it had fast pitch. So plenty of room. It's a 3-person tent. It's gonna be a palace for me. Let me show you how much ventilation we have in here. So back there you can see that you're still getting a little bit of, you're getting a peak of view in there. So you're getting lots and lots of ventilation. It'd be cool if they had one up higher. But they've got the outer nicely separated away from the inner. I had a great night's sleep in the NatureHIke tent. It's very, very well made tent. The inner to the outer was a lot of space there. There was no condensation that I was going to be getting in contact with. The only addition, which this is really nice about NatureHIke, is that they listen and they keep improving their tents. What I would like to see is a two-way zipper up here, just because there was some condensation because I am on moist ground in the vestibule area. So if I could vent it out the top, that'd be awesome. Right, so here you can see the front is plenty tall enough for me. I'm 6 feet tall, I've got plenty of room in here. And it goes all the way back. It even gets higher at the crossbar area. So you're going to have tons of room in this tent. It's got lots of little places where you can start tying out things, little hooks, little like media pockets up here in the side pockets. Yeah, this is a nice little tent. And it comes in, like this is their polyester model. It does come in like a sil nylon model, which is what I would have personally got. They just didn't have it at the time. Slight weight decrease and probably, which is probably the main goal. Then definitely water deal. So there's two styles of tent to look at when you're looking at them. Get the more expensive one, just for that weight savings. But yeah, it's a very big tent. 3-person tent for 1 person, of course, is huge, but it would definitely be large enough for 2 people and a dog, a young family, like 2 adults and a child. It'd be awesome.